Good evening, everyone. Namaste. So this is a shorter yoga practice, perfect for in the evening after work. If you're just looking for a practice to have a little stretch, to unwind after the day, we're going to stretch out our hamstrings and open up the shoulders that can get a little bit tight if we've been sitting a lot all day, perhaps at a desk or a computer. And do lots of nice forward folds and twists to soothe our nervous system, and finish with a nice legs up the wall pose. So for this practice, you are going to need a yoga belt or any kind of belt or strap you can use as well. So just have the belt close at hand. We're going to come down to lie on our backs to begin with. So just settle the back of your body down to the mat, knees bent, soles of feet on the earth, arms by your side, the palms are turned up towards the sky. So we're taking a moment at the beginning of our practice, trying to allow the body to be still, the breath to be smooth and even. So all you're doing is breathing in and out of the nostrils, trying to flood the lungs with air, using the diaphragm to breathe. So as you breathe in, you feel the lift of your belly and the opening of your rib cage just on the inhale. And the lowering of the belly, the drawing back together of the rib cage as you breathe out. And as you settle down into your breath here, just try to put aside anything that's happened during the day, anything work-wise or family-wise that's maybe still running through your mind. Try not to focus on that just now. Giving yourself this next 30 minutes or so, all for yourself. This is you time. Good. Take a last couple of breaths here. Lovely. So then we'll bring these up to the chest. Just wrap your arms around your shin. Giving the back a little massage to the ground here. For some of us, this is already going to feel like a bit of a stretch to the lower back. Others maybe not so much, but we're all different. Beautiful. So you can bring the feet down just while you reach for your belt here. Or it could be a towel or anything really. Just something we can wrap the feet around. We're going to begin by bringing both feet up into the belt. Just having the belt around the middle of your foot. Now you can either reach up and hold your hands high up in the belt close to your feet, or you can slide your hands down, bending your knees, bringing the back of your triceps onto the mat. And you can pick whichever feels most comfortable for you here. We've got a nice little stretch into the back of the legs. Try to relax the shoulders, make sure you're not shrugging them up towards your ears. And just find that nice expansive breath again. Breathing perhaps into the space behind your breastbone, your heart center. I find this is, if I breathe into this space, it cues me to breathe better with my diaphragm and gets a nice expansive opening of the rib cage with each breath. We'll take a couple more breaths here. So then we're going to keep the belt around the left foot. Bring the right leg back down to the mat. Now again, it's going to depend on your body here. You can have a choice if you're quite tight in the back of the hamstrings to keep the leg that's on the ground a little bit bent, or if you've got more mobility, you can take it straight. So holding each side of the belt in one hand, we're just going to begin to circle that leg, going perhaps clockwise first. Small circle to start with. You'll feel that the stretch into the back of the leg, your leg is rotating in the hip socket, starting to perhaps then make that circle a little bit bigger. And then go the other way. Small to start with. And then gradually bigger. And then as you pause, with the leg back in the middle, bring the belt together. Both sides of the belt are going to go into the left hand. Right arm is going to go out to the side. So we're going to be dropping the leg out to the left, out wide. Before you do that, you want to just make sure you are bracing the abdominal muscles. Keep a nice active leg that's on the ground, so that as you start to take that leg out wide, you don't roll your whole body weight onto that left side. And you just go as far as you're feeling you need to go. You're going to get a nice stretch into our inner thigh. To take it a little bit deeper, what you can try to do is rotate the heel up towards the sky and the toes down towards the floor. That's taking this hip into more external rotation, and you should feel it just go a little bit deeper. Still focusing with our breath. Smooth, even breath. Lovely. And then bring that leg back up to the centre. We're going to swap it in to the other hand. Take the left arm out to the side. So this time the leg is going to come across. Now I've just realised I need to give myself a little bit more space. So the left leg is coming over to the right. So this will feel more of a stretch into the outer hip. The cue for the foot is the same. Heel to the sky, toes to the floor. But because we're at the other side, this now takes the leg into internal rotation, which is going to give you a little bit more stretch in that bum. This left arm that's on the mat, trying to keep the back of the shoulder down and the back of the arm down. And again, just enjoy those breaths. Fantastic. Bring that leg back up to the middle. Well done. And then we're going to swap it over. So bring the right foot up. Bring the left leg down. Oh, and you might notice straight away if one leg is tighter than the other. This is my slightly tighter side. So we're going to begin with the circles, the small circles to start with. Going gradually bigger. Lovely. And then let's take that the other way. Small circles. Gradually bigger. Fantastic. And then pausing in the centre. Bring the belt together, holding it in the right hand. Left arm goes wide. I just need to check I've got enough space again. And the leg is dropping wide. Good. So core engaged. The left leg that is on the ground is engaged. Back of the head stays down. Heel to the sky, toes towards the air. swapping the hands over, and we go across. So we're going over to the left. Right arm stays wide, heel up, toes down, nice stretch into this outer hip. Oh my goodness, yeah. Love. Gently guide that back up there. Fantastic. We're going to lose the belt for now, but we're going to use it again in a little second. We'll just bring both those knees to the chest, hold the shins. And we're going to rock along this spine, bringing ourselves eventually up to sit up and come into a cross-legged position. So there's always an option when we're seated to be lifted up a little bit higher, so you can sit on a yoga block or a yoga cushion. As we sit ourselves up nice and tall, just kind of nestle the sit bones down into the earth, lift the spine up, soften the shoulders down, and just let it work for the head and neck here. So we begin by drawing the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, take a half circle of the head over to one side, doesn't matter which. Exhale, we'll take it down and across to the other side. And then gently here, left to right. And a couple more times. Bring the head back into centre. Bring the head up to look forwards, where we'll grab the belt again. And this time we're using the belt for the shoulders. So you're holding the belt tight, hands wider than your shoulders. You probably won't know how wide you need to go until we start to circle them back. So we're staying nice and tall and elevated in the spine. As we take a breath in, the arms are going up and exhaling back and down behind us. Lovely. Feel that stretch in the front of the shoulders. Inhale back up to the sky and exhale down. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Lovely. Now in this one, we're going to take them behind, but they're not going all the way down to our lower back. The arms are going to stay behind us, slightly in line with the shoulders or below the shoulder. And then pull slightly on the belt. Not very much effort, about 20% effort. You'll feel a contraction into this area at the front of the shoulders and chest. And then we're just going to relax that, take it down. Bring it back up and forwards. Should feel perhaps a little bit easier. Do that one more time. Come up and halfway back, just below the shoulders. Pull on the belt. Just a little bit of effort, causing a subtle contraction into the chest and front of the shoulder. Down we go, well done. Rise up and down, beautiful. And then we're belt to the side, we don't need it anymore. We're just going to shake that out a little bit and come into a twist. So taking the left arm to the right knee, or if you can take it over and across to the outside of the thigh, even better. The right arm is going to go behind our back, not to the earth, but back of the hand to the back of the opposite hip, or all the way around to the side of the hip. As you sit up tall, begin to turn and rotate your shoulders and chest. Draw the shoulders down, draw your chin down. And that same idea here of breathing into the space of your heart center, expanding that middle space to breathe with our diaphragm. We're just trying to unwind and release all the tension of the day so that we can go to bed nice and relaxed. Oh, bring the chin up and turn the head to look around. We'll unwind the body back to the front, going the opposite way. Right hand to knee or all the way across back of the hand to the outside of the thigh. The left arm is going to the back of the opposite hip or all the way around to the outside of the hip. Beginning to rotate the shoulders and chest. Shoulders down, chin slightly down. Breathing into your heart center. Wow. Lift the chin. Bring the head forward. And the rest of the body around. Fantastic. Here, we're going to shift ourselves out of this position and over onto our hands and knees. So just finding yourself positioned in the middle of your mat. Tabletop position with the joints stacked. So that means shoulders over wrists and knees under hips. So for the spine, we're moving through some cat-cow. Inhaling to take the belly down towards the earth. Exhaling to curl the spine towards the sky, pushing the floor away from you as you do so and widening in between the shoulder blades. Do that with your breath. Inhale to come back down. Exhale, lift up. Couple more. One more. Oh, return yourself to center. Now you can stay as you are, facing forward on your mat. I'm just going to turn to the camera for this one. And we're going to begin by taking your right leg out to the side here. So the right leg is going to go nice and wide enough to, roughly speaking, keep the pelvis level at the back, but the foot can be slightly turned out here. And then walking the hands forward out in front of you, so the hands are out in front of the shoulders. Then take both hands in the same direction over to the right. Bring your head down between your arms, your upper arms. Now, it might not go all the way to the mat, but you can test it out. And I want you to draw back through this left hip and lean slightly into the left side of your body. So you have a beautiful stretch in the inner thigh of this straight leg, trying to make sure this right foot isn't rolling onto the inner edge but stays flat. And then leaning into the left side of your ribcage. Excellent. Lifting the head, guiding the arms back to centre. And back in slightly, so they're coming more underneath the shoulders. And the left arm here is going to stay down. So we're going to take a twist now. So we're going to do it with our breath, adding in a little thread needle under the arm. So take a breath in first. Exhale to rotate that right arm, reach up to the sky. And then inhale, thread it under and reach across as far underneath the opposite arm as you can. Exhale to twist, reach up. Inhale under. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breathe out. Breathe in, come under. Last one, exhale, we're going to hold. So the bottom arm, push the floor away from you. Sit back through your sit bones, so you're reaching your tailbone back and reaching up through the fingertips of that top arm. Wonderful. Bring that top arm down. Bring the leg in. Now you're still facing the front here. We're going to take a downward dog. So draw the toes under, float the knees up, find yourself into downward dog or inverted V shape. Distribute the weight through your fingers, spread them nice and wide, anchor the L shape of your thumb and index finger into the air. Feel free to walk it out a little bit here and just pedal the heels up and down. Lovely. And then we're going to drop the knees down. You again are staying as you are. We're then going to take the left leg out to the side. Take it nice and wide. Beautiful. So stretch the arms forwards. Stretch the hands over to the left. Sorry, we're left leg wide. And you're reaching back into your right hip and leaning into the right side of your body. One more breath. Beautiful. Guide the head up. Bring the hands back into center. The right arm is staying down. We're taking a twist to the left, so breathing in first. Exhale, rotate and reaching to the sky. And inhale, thread under and across. Exhale, twist. And inhale, under. 2 more times. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. Exhale, hold the twist. Push the earth away from you on the bottom hand. Reach your sit bones back. Look up. Fantastic. Bringing that arm down. Bring that outside leg in, and once again, we are going to return ourselves to downward dog. Good. Take 3 nice full breaths for me here. Soften the knees. Walking the feet up to meet our hands. You're going to come to stand at the top of your mat. We're not doing a lot of standing poses tonight, but we are just going to do 1 or 2. So as we fold at the top of the mat, if your hamstrings are still feeling tight, keep a little bend in the knees. We're going to hold on to opposite elbows and just enjoy a little sway side to side. Good. And then pausing in center. Bring the hands down. Press into the feet, beginning to roll your body here to stand up slowly. Coming to mountain pose. Checking that your feet are hip distance apart, facing forwards. I'm just going to turn to face the camera. We're going to take a nice breath in, sweep those arms out to the side, interlock your fingers above your head, press into your feet, reach up nice and tall. Take a nice big breath in here. Exhale, tilt to the right. Good. Press down into your left foot, lift up through the left side of your body, reach over a little bit more. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale, press into your right foot. Lift up through the right side of your body. Tilt just a little bit more. Inhale to center. Exhale the arms down by your sides. One big full arm circle. Inhale the arms forwards and up. Exhale as far behind you as you can. And then just one shoulder circle. Shoulders up to the ears, back and down. And then staying in mountain pose, take 3 breaths for me here. Feeling already, hopefully, the tension that builds up in our body through the day, starting to dissipate and loosen off. Bring the palms together. We are heading back down towards the mat. Take a breath in, reach arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Where we are staying in a pause here. Take a yogi toe lock, so first and second finger looped around the underneath of your big toe, in between your big toe and the second toe. Press your toe down into your fingers. Bend the elbows wide, drawing your belly closer to the front of your thigh. You're doing that not so much, just a little bit with the arms, but more trying to use the internal strength of your core and hip flexor muscles. It will give you a deeper stretch into your hamstring. Fantastic. Bend those knees, release the hands. Walk or step the feet back to downward dog. Nice. And take 3 big breaths here. Wow. So bringing both knees down. Sit the hips back to the heels, forehead to the mat. Bring your arms by your sides, taking a child's pose. Fully relaxing the body to the earth. And taking a minimum here of 6 breaths. Feeling the expansion of the back of the body with each breath as well. The expansion of the breath in your seats at your pelvic floor. Lovely. So we'll bring the hands down. Support the head and shoulders here to then slowly come up and look forwards. And we're going to bring the legs out in front of us. So we're back to seated. And we're going to take the right leg wide. So take the right leg out to the side. Left leg is going to bend, bringing the sole of the foot above the knee up into the inner thigh. Don't come too high up often, or be careful if you're coming high up that it doesn't cause you to turn the pelvis. As best as we can, we want the pelvis to be more or less facing forwards. So this right leg is going to be active. We're going to come into a revolved head to knee pose here. Not using any belt or anything, we're just going to take the back of that right arm to the inside of the calf. If you're flexible enough, once we go all the way down into it, you can place the forearm to the ground. But you're going to see how you do. So we're sitting up nice and tall. The opposite arm is going to go out to the side, palm turned to the ceiling. Bringing that left arm up to the outside of your ear. Take a breath in. And then exhale. The bottom arm is reaching to the ankle. The left side of our chest is rotating up towards the sky, and the top arm is coming across to point towards the feet. Try not to let this top arm drop down in front of the face. If you're having issues with your top shoulder, there is also an option just to keep that hand down at the back of the opposite hip, a bit like we did on the earlier twist. So listen to your body here. Try to find what I call the Goldilocks position between effort and ease. Yes, your body is working a little bit, but not so much that it is distracting our breath. You're able to just really find the beauty and relaxation of every breath. Love it. Let's sweep that top arm up. Bring the spine back up to centre. Give yourself a moment here just for that spine to sit tall. This straight leg is now going to cross on top. So your right leg is going to come on top of your left leg. And we're going to be taking a twist to the left. So taking your left hand behind, bring your right arm across, drop the back shoulder down. You can begin to turn your head and tuck your chin down. Good, breathing into heart center. Stay with me here, just another couple of breaths. Fantastic. Lift the head, coming back to the front. So then the left leg is going wide. The right foot is tucking to the inner thigh. It's the same thing here. Left arm to the inside of the calf. We are sitting up tall. That right arm goes wide, palm to sky. Inhale up to the outside of our ear. And exhale, tilting. Lifting through the right side of the ribs and chest to look up. So you may notice here that, again, you don't feel the same on both sides. That's pretty normal. Finding the Goldilocks position of effort and ease, and relaxing into your breath. Beautiful. Sweep the top arm up. Bring the body up. Bring the straight leg up on top of the opposite leg. We're going to take a turn to the right. So left arm coming across, right arm going back. Rotate the shoulders, the chest, draw the shoulders down, draw the chin down. Bringing the head around back to the front. So our last one here is going to be our bound angle pose, just bringing the soles of the feet together and the knees wide, interlocking our fingers. We want to be nice and rooted to the earth, holding on to the front of both feet, but we're not going to pull ourselves down here. Just try to lift up, take a breath in, and as you exhale, let gravity draw you down. bowing the head. And enjoy this one. Close your eyes here. The day is almost over. You're preparing for bed. I'm hopefully going to send you there in a nice relaxed state. Having forgotten about your working day. Put it aside. However, if the mind is still feeling somewhat busy, do not judge yourself by that. Please just try to use your breath as your anchor. Our breath is the greatest tool we have to hold us in the present moment. So if the mind wanders, just try to bring it back to your breath. Beautiful. Bringing the hands down. Support the head, the shoulders and the spine to come back up to centre. And we'll bring the knees together in the middle. And then here, just take your hands behind you for me now. And just listen off, last little sway of the knees here side to side. And we'll prepare for our final pose, which is not Shavasana tonight. We're going to do legs up the wall pose. Legs up the wall pose is a great pose for the evening, particularly if you have been maybe on your feet all day. It's really relaxing for the legs, and it's a great pose for insomnia as well. So if you have trouble sleeping, this is a lovely pose just to do before you go to bed. So the issue sometimes is getting into it. I've got a lovely wall behind me here. Now, if you don't have access and easy access to the wall, another way to do this is with your legs, up on a bed. You could have, or a couch, you could have your bottom up against the back of your bed or couch, and then your knees are even just going to be a little bit bent, so you'd be more in that position. That's an option for you if you don't have a nice access to a flat wall. But if you do, you're going to shuffle your bottom, the side of your hip, up to the side of the wall. Lie down onto your back, and then just try to swing your legs up as you rotate yourself around. There's a third option here, which is to put a folded blanket underneath the back of your hips to lift them up a little bit. If you're finding that this is a bit too intense, if you've got mobility and flexibility in your hamstrings, you can shuffle your bottom a little bit closer up to the wall, or if you're not finding that that's comfortable, you can shuffle a little bit further away from the wall. But then once you're in position, we're just going to bring our arms by our side, palms turned up to the sky. And as we would normally in Shavasana, it is trying to let the physical body rest and relax. We'll take nice expansive breaths here into your heart center. Having breathed and moved away the day, preparing ourselves so that we are energized for when we wake up tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. Take a scan through your body. Try to identify if there's anywhere that isn't totally comfortable. Can you release a little bit of tension, or just move a limb slightly to make you more comfortable? This is a pose really that you can stay in for as long as you want. You can really be here for up to 10 minutes. going to make the legs feel nice. Super restorative for our nervous system. Perfect just before bed. I'm going to say to you here, good night, namaste. But if you want to stay longer, please stay longer.